And we're going to have a much shorter final race for the Aussie racing cars out there in unbelievable conditions.
Well, it looked like we're going to have to cancel this race, but they've managed to find a way to get the cars out. And as you said, we just got to the end of the V8 Supercar qualifying. The rain had eased a little. The track was starting to show a slight dry line, a slight bit of reprieve. But no way, it's raining again. But it's Jai Robson from Blake Skibiris. After that big win in that last race, that pressure was on. But they put on a great show in race 3, and I expect nothing less in race 4.
It's set on the overall points so far of the weekend. Kel Tressiter and Joel Heinrich, very impressive on his debut this weekend. Craig Woods and Chris Stevenson. And next, Reece Chapman and James Duckworth, who ended up being a non-finisher in that last race after leading right down to the last corner. Ben Walsh and Lee Bowler complete the 5th row. Matty Dunstan, another impressive top 10 run in race number 3. Charlotte Pointing will start at the 13. Darren Chamberlain, the Parenzo entry down towards the bottom of the field. Jeff Waters down to the back of the field. Wow, that's all I can say out there. It's a 100-metre dash from the track commentary box to here, and we are soaked. It's incredible. Spare a thought for these guys and girls out there right now, and you know it's heavy. We can see the rain bouncing off the track up in front of these cars. Yeah,
that's crazy, isn't it? Obviously, that standing water is the big issue. We've seen it in all the categories so far today. Aussie race cars had their battles this morning, trying to find a way through the treacherous conditions. The Kumho Tai doing a great job getting the water out of the way, and we had some fantastic racing. It came down to that one-lap screamer. And man, it was awesome to see Duckworth and Skibiris go side by side, sliding all over the road. But it was Duckworth made that mistake. Red light, we'll be on in a moment. Here we go, racing again.
And the lights go out here at Symmons Plains for the final time, and they slither their way from their grid positions. And Robson looks like he's going to take the race lead from Skibiris into turn number 1. And look at the puddles once again. Shut the door on the field, and hopefully everybody gets through on lap number 1. Look at the conditions out the windscreen then of Duckworth's car.
Would it be nice to look at the conditions? You just can't see anything. That's one of the challenges these guys face. There's water in the cars. Look at Skibiris there slithering all the way down the road. You can't see if there's one off down in Duckworth, is it? He's just managed to pull it up and stay on the racetrack.
That would be aquaplaning, surely.
Oh, craziness. You just can't do anything about it. You just hold on and hope that you don't get the big puddle. You try and stay in the train tracks from the car in front and manage to get through without trying to upset the car too much.
Everybody taking it nice and easy down to the tyre power hairpin. One car slowing. Is that Heinrich? Look at the car stepping out. Even at a slower speed of maybe 150 kilometres per hour, it is treacherous. It is tricky. And the vision, well, there ain't any.
There's no real aero on these cars, so there's no real downforce to push them into the road. They're just skating along the top of the surface. A very light racing car. You saw Kel Tressiter there sideways, hands going everywhere in the cockpit. But it's Jai Robson that's managed to get a little bit of break. There's Ben Walsh. He's been very fast over the weekend in front of Duckworth, the current champion. Woods, he's managed to get through there as well. Oh, Skibiris sideways and still going in a straight line, sideways.
This is awesome. Down to turn 1. There's that big puddle again, right-hand side, and Tressiter found it worst out of the first 4 cars. So Robson, 1.1 seconds clear as he skates underneath our camera on the Dunlop Bridge. Skibiris is 2nd, Tressiter 3rd, Chris Stevenson is now 4th, then Heinrich, Walsh, Duckworth, Woods, Reece Chapman, and that's Sam Chester facing the wrong way.
It's just before you come over the crest there into turn 1, but Blake Skibiris there, he really wants this. He had that taste of victory in race 3 earlier this morning, and he wants to win the weekend.
Replays, we'll see plenty of them in this race long as they try and scoop away the water that's laying in the curbs.
Chester in the background there, just lost it. Bit of a slap on the wall, through all that, well, look at that water that's standing off the edge of the track.
He missed the big puddle, which is further back in front of the tyre power sign.
There's Blake Skibiris on that last corner, sliding the car, drifting it through the last corner, gathers it all up, but continues to have the car all over the place. He's currently the fastest car out there at the moment, going fastest first sector. He's chasing down Jai Robson, and this is what commitment that it's going to take to win today's race.
Found half a second on this lap alone. Maybe he's celebrating his victory still from race number 3.
Oh, and
he's right on the back of him now.
There it is. He was last weekend, Blake Skibiris, racing in a Hyundai Excel up at Sydney. He's going to race a ute down at Phillip Island a couple of weeks, and this weekend he's having a fantastic time. Chasing down the leader, he wants to win the weekend.
Won't be able to pass down to turn number 1. There was a wave yellow on the front straight. They start lap number 3. As they head down to turn number 4, Cam's in pit lane somewhere in all that spray.
Another issue they've got happening, guys, water getting into radios, so reduced communication, just to add to the degree of difficulty.
Yeah, it's one of the problems in these conditions, and you see these cars, there is not a lot to stop that water getting in. The water off the tyres, up under the guards, just sprays everywhere and fills the cockpit. So it starts drowning radios. Obviously, some guys used to, well, they still do, put their radios in a plastic bag, but you can see Blake Skibberus there. He's looking out the side window, trying to see where the edge of the track was. He's got the momentum. Can he go around the outside of Jay Robson here? Down into turn 6. He's got the job done.
Who's got the bigger brakes? It's going to be Skibberus, and he gets ahead of the rookie in this year's series. 2 wins this weekend so far. Could Skibberus now hold on for his second win? Good pass, set him up nicely. Robson fights back at the end of lap number 3.
Looking for that grip. Sideways again. On the throttle, he's gone. It's gone. No, he's got it. No, it's gone.
This is cool.
He's managed to hold on to, I don't know how did he do that? That was all over.
Wow.
But he got the lead. He's got to do the hard work again now.
There's 4 or 5 attempts at straightening that car up. Here it is. We'll slow it right down. Just steps out. Right, left, right, left. I'm out of control. No, I'm not. I'm back. Awesome pictures.
That is awesome stuff. Great job. And to manage to keep it on the black stuff as well.
Amazing pictures, amazing racing here. And race 4 of the Aussie racing cars, and now Robson is back. Where do you look? And again, the car's squirming, trying to find traction. There's big pools of water everywhere. Through the turn 5 sweeper at 155 kilometres per hour just then.
This is amazing stuff. These guys are doing a great job out here. This is bravery all the way. And Skibberus, he's locked the brakes. He's gathered it up again. He is on the limit. But look at the gap. He's closing it up. He really wants to get in front. He really wants to win this weekend.
Normally in these conditions, in a challenge like this, it would bring them back to the field, but they are driving away from the guys behind right now. Well, it's actually nearly 5 seconds.
Absolutely, they're pushing each other. They're pushing and pushing. Skibberus got in front. Jay Robson had to go with him, and they're not just letting up. They are just going for it, 100%. But it's Stevenson actually in the field that's gone fastest.
So this is it. 1 lap to go. It's like a dash for cash out there right now. Down to the turn 4 hairpin. Robson, this will be enough for him to take the weekend. Double points on offer in the final race of the Aussie racing cars. And pretty much as you see, the top 3 is how they will stand.
I reckon you're brave predicting it this far out, to be honest.
I was cursing.
This is where we went earlier. This is where Skibberus is very strong. Down the back straight, he is brave through turn 5, where these cars get very light. There's a lot of standing water. Can Skibberus have a go? Here he is. He's closing up now. He's got the toe. Jay Robson has to get out of the throttle. The car moving around all over the place. Have a look down the inside under brakes. Side by side again under braking zone. No, he's not going to do it. He's going to go the long way around, but he is strong through this last corner.
And that's going to be enough with 1 turn remaining. Robson, he won 2 races. This will be his 3rd, and he'll collect the round win in round 2 of the Aussie racing cars by a car length. It was 0.2 of a second.
Kel Tressler is going to make it all the way to 3rd place after having those dramas earlier. Stevenson, what a great recovery. And there's Ben Walsh. He's been quick all weekend to come home with the top 5. But what a great battle for the lead. We had the lead changes a couple of times there. Skibberus doing everything he could, but it was Jay Robson just too strong in the end.
In a race that wasn't actually going to happen originally, we got 5 in the books, and Jay Robson wins it by 0.2 of a second and will win the round ahead of Blake Skibberus and Kel Tressler, who ran a lonely race back there in 3rd position ahead of Chris Stevenson. Ben Walsh was next, James Duckworth in 6th. Then Woods, Heinrich, Chapman and Lee Bowler. Look at the gap back to 10th was 34 seconds in just 5 laps.
They've produced some fantastic racing over the course of the weekend. Different race winners and different battlers, but the